work and we end up with the seam at the bottom, is that we get a totally beautiful seam and completely smooth. How to adapt, how to adjust folder. All this adjustment has to be changed. That means we have to dismantle all the adjustments currently on the straight stitch. We'll start step by step. The first thing we'll do is mount the presser foot. Let's lower the iron. We also need to remove the feed dogs. Well, we lower the feed dogs. Now let's install them that come with the adjustment. We leave it a bit loose so that as soon as we put the connecting rod together with the small plate, we can move it if it's misaligned or stuck. Then we mount the small plate. And we put the screws. We screw the flat bar in place. Now we measure the teeth to center the slots of the bar and tighten the screws. We manually bring a machine. We bring the flywheel. Perfect. The teeth are fine, they fit well into the grooves of the strip. We close here and now we place the presser foot. I'm going to make this one that comes with a setting. Here it shows the measurements, right? We want it to be 1/4, 1/8. In this case, this is 1/8. We have the folder ready. Let's insert the bias. In this case, the tracks here have measurements. They have 3, 3.5, 3.6, 2.5. This one is 3.6, which tells us that the bias should be 3.6 centimeters. But it can also be 3.5. There is no problem. It has a minimal margin of error. We place it, we insert the tip, we use something to help push it in. We can insert it so that this part comes out here. We have it now, we lift the presser foot, pass it underneath. And before we check that the bias material is not coming out correctly, we do like this, we can test manually and we see that it runs well. It should not run too loose, come off easily, nor should it be tightened, feeling too much pressure. That's how we ensure that the bias tape is perfectly aligned in its outlet and doesn't cause problems when feeding material during sewing. Well, now we have the bias tape ready with the material. We are going to turn on the machine and we are going to test how it is sewing, how it looks on the bias tape. We take out the thread and we are going to insert the needle. First of all, before making any adjustments, it is good to manually make 2 or 3 stitches without any piece suddenly hitting another and causing any damage. And now we mess up on rehearse the sewing. Here we have it. Let's just see how it's turning out for us. Just like this lever that is in the back, this with this big screw, we can adjust and bring the nozzle closer or further so the stitch is more inward or more outward at the edge. The bobbin, after moving it, we press it, we rehearse again. Here we can see the difference. It's staying more on the edge, which is much better for the seams. And here it was practically as we placed it and adjusted it. And now we can see the difference, how they highlight that moment. And now we just have to pass the material which we are going to set. We use the fabric pen, we put it on, and so we start this. And here we have the result already, and we see how it works for us, and we end up with a foot with all the seam underneath. The seam turns out completely beautiful for us and completely smooth. We need the coloring to make this type of stitching. It's enough just to adjust the straight stitch for the setting with 10, and we can perform this type of work